Okay, debunking the scam that's gaslighting. That's gaslighting abuse. Government rolls out so much money to social and support workers and mental health that everyone's jumping onto it and forgetting about actual physical health. I've had infections for over a year. Chest infection, you can hear it rattling in my chest. The only time I did not have a chest infection was when I was on antibiotics for the chest infection. So that tells my doctor we've only had 2 in a year. Okay, I have not been without a chest infection except for the time I was on antibiotics. I keep telling you, I've got sinus infections, I've got chest infections, I had skin infections. And then it's not bullshit scam, I'm not looking after myself, it's where I'm living. And you're doing a mental retarded scam, a mental health scam, or a carer scam. Which one? Which one are you going to be part of, Dr. Baker? You're going to listen to me, or you're going to listen to my mother, or you're going to listen to my ex-partner and break more privacy law? So which one is the management at 102 Burton Street there in Surrey Hills going to be part of? East Sydney Doctor, so what scam do you guys want to be part of? Because you broke laws into your patient's life. So what one do you want to be part of? I told you back in 2017 how it's reckless endangerment of my health. What'd you do, Dr. Baker? Nothing. You didn't do anything. I said to you then, I said, yeah, I'm getting accused of this. You've got record that's not true. Can you help? This needs to move forward as reckless endanger my health. It's killing, my health's bad. What'd you do? Nothing. Nothing. Do you know why? Because there's money to be made in mental health and not for physical health or chronic illness or any other injuries. That's why. Because the government's only rolled out money to mental health. I know this because of everything I've gone through since I was mugged and robbed November 30th, 2007. I had major injuries that could not get medical treatment. Major. I have to suffer with them now. A great example is, all the structural damage on my face, I didn't get any medical treatment for. It hurts. So I copped a crowbar here. You saw my face smashed up. So here was all fractures. All here was all fractured. All scarring tissue underneath my face, my skin. Oh, it hurts. All nerve damage down my face. Right down this side of my face is nerve damage. Do you know what I got for it? Nothing. Do you know what James Caspidas told me? Look, all you're going to be able to do is claim stuff on mental health. It's like, what? But my leg, my back's twisted. Health Odyssey in Bondi Junction's got photos of my back being twisted. From copping a crowbar to my back. They've got the photos. No, we can't. Because the thing is, the way workers want compensation once it's... So the return to work has to be one injury. So you've got an injury to your eye, to your face, the back of your head, your temple. You've had the coma. You've got brain damage. And you've got the damage to your back of your shoulder, your discs in the back of your neck, the S1, L5 slip disc, your knee, your entire right side of your back. There is so many injuries and they won't pay for it. It's like, so what am I meant to do? Well, you can just go on the path of mental health. Okay, I didn't have any mental health issues. The only way to get my physical health injuries and chronic illness looked after was to say that there's trauma and all this stuff, which didn't happen at first. I went on to live my life in pain and agony because my own barrister at first, the compensation lawyer, so Stephen First, so James Caspidas, God, Margie Clay, you would know because your partner Ross Goodrich, he recommended, and Ross Goodrich is a family friend as you, Margie Clay. And then when it all went pear-shaped and you wouldn't fight for me, it was like, it's unethical to use a friend as a barrister. Okay, but you were paid. Yeah. I think making something right, okay, is what needs to be done. Get rid of mental health, okay, because I don't need mental health. I need my injuries looked after. When I go into my doctor and say, yeah, I've had this chest infection now for an entire year since moving to the place. The place is covered in fucking mold. I'm cleaning it all the time. There's water leaking in it. There's carpet that's wet from the water leaking in. It's bad for me. It's bad for my health. This is what I need. Here's the skin infections. There's been proof that it's skin infections. Here's the chest infections. Here's the sinus infection. This is a nightmare. I can't live my life. I can't go out. I'm in agonising pain. I'm in bad health. I'm in bad health for a year. I can't have the energy to even push my dog in his trolley in the city. What do you want to do? Overlook it. Overlook it because you can't make money from it unless it's mental health. It's a mental health working scam. And I have seen it since I was mugged after work. And I'm fed up with it. There was no memory issues. There was none of this. You're doing mental health working scams. And I want my actual health conditions that I have looked after, not a fake health conditions. Yes, I have flashbacks. If you want to classify the flashbacks as mental health, fine. The PTSD, okay, it's sleep terrors. It's sleep terrors because of the coma. And I've already given a good explanation to why, because this was already discussed out with Agnes Rappaport and Dr. George Jacobs to why this happens. So if you want to go on that side of mental health, fine. But don't make up personality disorder, which is what Dr. Baker made up. So after the head injury, you changed your personality? No. Does what Mum's doing again, that scam, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde scam? No. Nothing's ever changed. But you're my medical team and you're meant to be looking after my best interest, not causing negligence listening to a child abuser. You caused negligence. You might want to fix that. Because you caused negligence. St. Vincent's caused negligence. The organisations affiliated with you caused negligence. Bobby Goldsmith Foundation caused negligence. Matt O'Rourke, the Reach Out organisation, caused health negligence. So did ACON. You all caused negligence. You gathered information from unreliable sources and you broke privacy and confidentiality laws, not to mention the monitoring and surveillance laws that were broken in my life that went on, and then defamation and discrimination. And you can hear the rattling. That rattling has been an entire year. Okay? The only time I didn't have the rattling in my chest, that rattling, you can hear it's like something's like rolled around in my chest. The only time I didn't have that was when I was on antibiotics for the whole year. And I told the doctor a few weeks ago, and he's like, so how many chest infections did you get in the last year? And I'm like, well, it was the whole year. So how many did you get? I'm like, well, 2. Because I had a chest infection, I had antibiotics, it went away, I stopped the antibiotics and it came back. So 2. He goes, well, 2 is fine. I'm like, what? Like, he's like, so 2 in a year is fine, that's normal. I'm like, I just told you it was a whole year. Like, I'm being specific. It's like, if I say 10 chest infections, it's like, yeah, there was probably 12 chest infections because I didn't go away. In the last year, I've had about 12 chest infections. But I don't classify it as it stopped, because it didn't stop. It's been a chest infection since March. Well, since before March 2025, I've had a chest infection. Then you finally, after 3 or 4 months of having a chest infection, you finally put me on antibiotics after struggling all those months, and it went away. But when the antibiotics stopped, the chest infection came back, and I've had it for the rest of the year. That's what I said to you. And you, maybe you should start breaking privacy laws and record our sessions again, Dr. Baker. I'll record them, you record them. George Jacobs did. We can all be around this little mental health scam that you guys are doing. Or you can actually do your fucking goddamn job that you're paid by Medicare to fucking do and fix my physical health and chronic illness. How about that? Because that's what you're getting paid for, and all I'm seeing is a shitload of wasted money. And I was a VIP host at Star Casino, thanks. St. Vincent's, and I studied design, and I did basic work in design. So let's just debunk this, and I want to try and keep this really short. I've kept all the documents, all the backup documents from everything, including every feedback form I've ever received in my entire life. Okay? I've got enough evidence that proved that Star Casino lied about me. The only thing I needed was a decent legal team that my mother was asked for since 2015. So I've got enough evidence to back up that you just gaslighted me several times in the last 11 years since 2015. So I've got everything from even when the the cashier host desk, so the one near the main cage, when I did the instruction for how people were meant to set up those for people to walk into the everything. I've got everyone's personal emails to me. Do you know why? Because this is power. Original documents and documented proofs power. I learned this from a very young age watching my mother's family lie. Look at that. There we go. This one's from Tony Pacello. Yep. This is power. So I threw away expensive antiques to bring back documented proof. Oh, I'm not backing down. We're going to court. You owe me damages, and now a lot more. Maybe we should go back to 2009. The damages. So the information to me being a VIP host. Let me just. I've got. Look. Okay. Take it for my word. Here. This folder is full of documented proof. Oh, I've kept everything. Everything. That back up my statement is the truth, and that you are gaslighting me. every single document that I can sit back and go, but you've lied. You see, I was a VIP host and I did really good at my job, and here is all the evidence that prove it. Okay, so much evidence that prove it. Oh, here we go. The Yarramby cruise. Now, you see, VIP host was hosting the cruise with an executive host, so I went with Tony Bicello. Remember this, guys? Well, I'm not going to get my job back with Star Casino, so time's passed. Who did we have on here? Hang on. Here we go. Jimmy Chen, Hamdi Ed. Oh, it's all there. David Lee, Stephen Newman, Diane Price. Staff who was doing it was Justin and Tony. So I used to host all the cruise from Star Casino around the Sydney Harbour. This is in 2002 because I was a VIP host. Sorry, you don't have my back? Oh, okay, Star Casino. That's right. I'm not meant to share this information. But time has passed. See? So time's passed now. Was it only for 7 years or something? Where's Lydia Peng? Because I'm sure I invited Lydia Peng onto this. Penny. I'm sure Lydia Peng was on this one. Maybe not. Wainwright. Susan Wild. Anyway. Oh, it's all here. But his wife. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So, I can back myself up. Now, I was a really good VIP host. I did my job well. I've got all the documents that prove that. And I was badly mugged and robbed November 30th, 2007 on my way home from work. That's not my fault, and I wanted my job back. Thank you very much. But instead, what you did, you set out to discredit me. Why would you discredit me? Here's my work. Here's my work. Back over, almost 25 years ago. See, all my work is great. The only people that are going to say my work wasn't is the bitchy gays, aren't they? Oh, you know what those jealous bastards are like. It's always the gays, but here we go. Dear Justin, this is from Sarah Magnoni. Dear Justin, Dolores, this is Peggy and Dolores, two of our biggest patrons. Dolores had some very positive feedback about the level of service you provided. A job well done, as it can be very hard to turn Dolores around. Good work, Sarah. You see? This is worth money. You see, you lied about me. You guys lied. You tried to get rid of me because I have a disability because I was mugged after work. So you lied. Okay. And VIP host. Well, there's that much documents to prove I was a VIP host. Who's the person saying I wasn't? Is it my mother again? My return to work. Who signs this one? Was it Jason Sparks? Here's my return to work, signed by... Can't see what this is. So there we go. Return to normal duties as a VIP host is what was supposed to happen in 2017. Why didn't it happen? New South Wales Police. New South Wales Police. But it's all here. Look, the entire... David Leeson. There's your letter. Okay, it's all here. So you'd rather discredit me and push me out than do what was right. Okay? And then you went ahead and fucked over my life in America? Oh. So we do have a new matter. Don't we? Because we've got a new compensation matter after the damage that you just caused in the last 11 years since 2015. There is... Casino Control Authority. Here we go. I was taking my work here from Casino Control Authority. Well, I've got original documents to prove everything I've say is the truth. Everything. So I can back up what I'm saying to be the truth. What does the OGB alphabet community have? The ones that bitched about me, the haters. What do you guys have? Your mouth. What does jealous family members have? Your mouth. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. Talks about my salary. This is from Gordon Gates. Original document there from Gordon Gates. Okay. Look at that. Oh, I was on close to 50,000 a year in my... Well, I was on like close to 50,000 a year at Star Casino 20 years ago. It's there. Are you going to dispute actual evidence? And here we are. So here you can see this is the original from Tabcorp. There you go. You can see that it's the original document. There we are. My VIP host job. But it's much simpler to defame a person, slander, discredit them, and retire them out than putting up with someone with a disability. So we have here disability discrimination. By the way, there is, Sarah Mignoni. So this is my negotiation of my salary through Tabcorp. What does it say? $47,730 a year. 20 years ago. So there's that debunked. So how's the gaslighting going there, guys? Do you want to continue with it? Because then we can go to my... Well, besides, okay, in 1999 when I did the courses to do with, bar and table service and things like this, okay, my original TAFE courses. All right. So there is, okay, where is it, Baxi? Yeah, I know. My dog's off camera because he's sick as well with me. So I've got, okay, the interior decoration course that I did and completed. Cocoa Republic Design School that used to be run from Moore Design Centre. Yes, so at Cocoa Republic, they used to run classes out of Cocoa Republic once back, a very long time ago, back in 2010. That was affiliated with Moore Design Centre. I did one of those courses. There you have my transcripts from the courses of studying design at TAFE College. So here we go, original documents. There we are. We've also got, what's this one because I can't really see. I've got my glasses on and my head is pounding. Design a wearable object. Okay, design a wearable object. And there's also design fundamentals. Okay, design fundamentals in there. So there's design courses, plenty of evidence. You want to dispute it? Go ahead. Dispute it. Why are you so fixated on gaslighting me for the past 11 years and destroying my life? And fine arts. Okay? Fine arts. Okay? In 1996. Well, there's heaps more. I'm not going to go through everything in this folder, but there. Oh, hang on. Actually, let me just get some of these out of the way, because what I've got here is when people were saying this whole thing about Rackley. Okay. Work experience. Original certificates from when I was at LA, the Rosary College. So it was labouring and technical assistant fine arts department. Okay. Arts and media. Tamworth TAFE. I used to work at family boats every school holidays anyway in Blacktown with my grandfather. So I just did work experience there for when I had to sign off at school anyway, but I was already working there every single school holiday. So that was family boats, and I used to get paid $50 a day. So there's that. I've got all the original documents that prove that. And then we've got Trelaw's menswear, style individual merchandising. Okay, there's the original. Okay, see, I can back up everything with original documents. It's a good thing I've got them. Oh, here we go. 30th of December 1999. You'll be able to find this newspaper article. That's me. That's me driving a vintage car. This one. Got two there. Yep. That's me driving a vintage car into the Port Couture, the valet of the Powerhouse Hotel in Tamworth. I was one of the hosts that was co-hosting. That's me right there, hosting the Idols and Icon Millennium Ball in the function rooms. And this is me in 1996 modelling, okay, for June Daly Watkins, because I used to model. So there, enough evidence with that, because I'm really getting bored with it, but I've already put all that evidence up on social media. What do you think I was, some cowboy? I do wear cowboy hats and cowboy boots and ride horses in equestrian. Yeah. I've got everything that backs me up. So let's put that one aside and let's talk about, well, more of your scams about Justin's hair, because it looks straight here. Of course it does. I brushed it. Doesn't mean it's naturally straight. I've got naturally wavy, frizzy hair. I brushed it. So it seems like you people have an issue when you see my hair natural. And you freak out and start making up stories because it's curly. It's not curly, it's wavy and frizzy. And then you want to make up stories that these photos are of other people's children. Well, no, it's not. That's Mark Ian Fleming. That's my father. That's my twin sister, Amanda Lee Fleming. That's myself, Justin Mark Fleming. This photo is taken in April 1990. This photo is taken in Penrith, and it's at the photography studio that my dad's partner, Annette Craven, ran in Penrith. Now, if you look right here, okay, my hair's sitting on my shoulder curly because short on top, long at the back. My hair was wavy at the back. But then look at Dad's, the same. Mark Fleming's the same. See? These photos aren't other people's children. That's my family. You obviously have me wrongly identified as another person because my hair's black there. And who is Annette Craven? This lady. It's Annette Craven. And that's my dad, Mark Fleming. Taken in April 1990. So, debunked that part of gaslighting. And let's go with, okay, Sandra Fleming. We've seen enough of these, haven't we? Dad's older sister, Sandra Fleming, who married Barry Johnson. So you know that curly black hair run through my father's side. So why wouldn't I have similar features when I share the same DNA? Right? Why would I not have similar features when I'm sharing DNA? Here is Dad's oldest brother, Graham. I don't know where Graham is these days. He's on to I don't know how many wives. That's Amanda Lee Fleming. That's Dad's older brother, Graham. That's taken in 1990 at Shane and Rachel's engagement. But they're there on social media. I'm not going to keep getting every photo out to prove, but let's just say there's enough proof. Okay, because this is not the photo album I wanted to actually get out. Look here. And this is Dad's nephew, not Shane Childs, Shane Johnson. Shane Johnson's the wog-looking one because he looks like a Fleming. Okay, that's Shane and Rachel taken in 1990 at their engagement. Now they're old, but yeah, very ethnic looking, aren't they? So there debunks your personality disorder because I look like my family on my dad's side. So you've now, there's personality disorder gone. Like, I mean, this photo. I mean, this is the best indication. I mean, that's myself. These are my high tops that actually a friend of Stephanie was trying to find me. I was like, oh, I used to have these great high tops when I was a kid. Adidas high tops. These aren't the ones, but I think, is it my Reebok pumps, my high tops? They're my, can't see. I had Reebok pumps. I think they're Reebok pumps. I had Reebok pumps and I had my high tops, the 80s. So I didn't dress like a country person. I dressed like a city person because I'm from Sydney. There's my dad. You can see the big gold chunky rings. That's how my father dresses. That's Mark Ian Fleming. That's Amanda Lee Fleming. And that's myself, Justin Mark Fleming. These are not other people's children, loser. This is myself, my twin sister, and my father. Oh, and there's Dad's German Shepherd at the beach. Okay. There's us down the road from our grandmother's house in 23 Bangalow Street. It's Long Beach with Dad's German Shepherd. There's Dad, Amanda, and myself. So, you know, it kind of debunks the lies that's even coming from my mother, right? She's doing a good scam, isn't she? She's manipulated people yet again, and what are we trying to get for it this time? So, Dad's, again, as you can see, Mark's 40th. Mark Fleming's 40th. This is taken at 47 Hillcrest Road, Empire Bay, on the 12th of December 1996. That is Mark Ian Fleming, my father. That's my younger sister, Sky Sheridan Fleming. This here is Sandra Faye Fleming, but her married name is Johnson. This here is Darren LeMay. Darren LeMay is married to Sandra's daughter, Rebecca Johnson. Because remember, Sandra's husband's Barry Johnson. My family. So I've just debunked all that bullshit scam that you guys made up. Okay, because no gathered information that you guys have actually gathered in the last 11 years makes sense. Nor does it match facts. By the way, this one's taken before 2006, and it's of my youngest sister, Sky Sheridan Fleming, going to visit my twin sister, Amanda Lee Fleming. Okay, have a look at Sky. Okay, that is my younger sister. But this is before 2006. She looks different now. I've got photos on social media. So that ethnic European look that rapidly runs through the Fleming side of the family. So without giving this any more attention because I don't need to. Oh, and that is me. Yeah, this is me in 2002. Yep, was never fat. Did modelling. And played soccer, and that's right, I was a blonde kid. Oh God, look at my face here when I used to do this. The mullet haircut where you had it brushed down, that real 80s sort of cut. God, looked terrible, didn't it? But let me show you something. This is me in, what was I, being about 6 years of age there, playing soccer. Yeah, still had the black roots coming through. I mean, every summer my hair used to bleach. But it's naturally black. That's Amanda. So this is my soccer photo. Okay. So I used to grow up playing soccer. Amanda played soccer with me at 1 year as well. So about 6. But I've been playing soccer since a little kid. Baxter, here's me. I'm so sick right now, and I'm so sick and tired of the last 11 years. You're going to pay damages. That's me. I've always had long hair. By the way, Deb Mears, can you fuck off, you dirty little lowlife from Maria Street, Tamworth? You're a piece of shit that got dragged into this. So my hair's been long my entire life. The first time I ever had it cut short was in 1991 for Auntie Mary Mihowski, who my name's Purdy, Mum's younger sister. Okay, the first time I ever had it cut short was for their wedding. Now, Uncle Richard Mihowski had long hair. Everyone in the bridal party had long hair. Mum went out and made sure I had my hair cut short for the wedding photos. Wasn't allowed to have my long hair. So the first time I've ever had it cut was for Marion and Richard Mihowski's wedding in 1991. The first time in my entire life. Prior to that, it was long. Then I let it grow long again. Then I had it cut short for these modelling competition. So I never had short hair again until 1999. Then I liked this as a haircut that was getting done, and the chemically straightened I was getting done, because to get that real sort of straight hair, as you can see here with the Lauren with the tongs, it was straightened. That's me. Get it straightened. Okay? Yeah. And I kept that, and you're going to see for the next photos here, for when I went to America in January and February 2001. Now, I'm going to leave that there because there's nothing more to say except you guys are really fucking lying and you're done for. Okay? So, let's just pull out Amanda's letter, shall we? Oh, here we go. The letter keepsake for my great uncle. Okay? So, a friend of my great uncle sent him this with, so someone from overseas that he knows, or relative from overseas. And he used to give me things for keepsakes. So this is the letter. I'm going to use it as artwork one time. So my great uncle Leo Patrick Sayer. Oh, I can really back myself up. Do you want to step into a courtroom and argue with me? Or you want to pay me the damages of the last 11 years? So we can make it public. Okay. So I don't know who these people are. Okay, but he gave it to me. They're people that he knew. I don't know, did he have kids in London? I don't know. But these are family, these are people that he knew. Okay. And it was sent to the house in Leichhardt. So he used to do this to me all the time. He used to give me keepsakes. All the time. So always give me keepsakes. Which is really sweet. I was very close to my great uncle, and I was very close to my great grandmother. And Reg Purdy, Mum's father. Okay. This is him when he played, was it for Newtown? That's Reg. I think he was playing for Newtown there or Balmain. That's Reg Purdy. There you go. Because they're from the inner city of Sydney. So let's go with Amanda's letters now that I've kept. I actually kept a lot more, but I threw a lot out. I was in the US. See, so Amanda used to send me things home, you know, to where I was living in the suburbs, and when she was living there in Stafford, Virginia. Because I was coming to see her, and you know, back when she was nice before she came back to Australia and turned into Carol again. Back when Amanda was still nice. When she was in America and Amanda was Amanda. Because Amanda can only be Amanda when she's not near Carol. So when she was in America, she was Amanda. She was a fabulous person to be around. Still a bitch, still mean with money, but a lot better, healthier in every way, in the mind, healthier in the mind when she was away from Carol. So this is a personal letter to you, but tell Nan and Pop I said hi. She told me not to read this to anyone because she talks about Stephen Babbage and her fear of this man that used to bash me. So this person's now been brought up in the last 11 years. So let's talk about Stephen Babbage and get him rearrested. My twin sister was petrified of Stephen Babbage. Petrified that he was going to bash her. He was a very evil man, Stephen Babbage. Extremely evil man. Very evil man. Now, who would let Stephen Babbage stay at their place? Who's a child abuser? Carol. Carol let Stephen Babbage stay at her place, around like 10 years ago? I met Stephen Babbage in 1997. I ran a mile from him in 1998. Had nothing to do with him since I only knew of him for a year. I ran a mile. He was the most scariest person I ever met in my entire life. And my twin sister brings it up right there. I have something very important to tell you, which has been weighing on my conscience, mind, for some time now. When I used to live with you and Stephen in Armidale, I am so sorry for all the times that I didn't help you because he was bashing me to a pulp. I was just scared that Stephen would hurt me. You are a handsome devil. Everyone, is that the right one? Oh, wrong page. Oh, it would hurt me. And this has been haunting me for a long time now. I am so sorry and I hope you can forgive me. But in the future, I will never turn away. I will always help you as much as I can. But you didn't. Amanda, you didn't. You didn't. And that's because you didn't. You didn't. Because you've had time in the future. 2017, you could have helped me. You didn't, Amanda. And I don't hate you. I'm angry with you. And then she goes on telling me all about her friends, how they all love me. You're a handsome devil. All my friends are in love with you. Blah, blah. It's just the story of her life. You didn't help me, Amanda. You could have actually... I've got the letters. Amanda, you could be standing up saying what an evil man Stephen Babbage is. He's an evil, disgusting man. He's a very evil, disgusting man. This guy is about almost 10 years older than me. And he built it on a teenager. He's an evil man, Amanda. You're going to stand up? Mum let him stay there. He's a very evil man. You know he's a very evil man. He's a disgusting man. Good. Find him and arrest him. You want to do a statement, Amanda? Because I've got your handwritten letter. I didn't keep it for another reason except it was sweet towards the end of the letter. So there's that. So there debunks all the other lies that Stephen DeSalis spread around. So there's this. How much more evidence do you want to prove? Because that proves what a deadbeat my mother is. You would never let a person that's been abusing her teenage kids into your house, would you? Well, my mother gave him free board and a roof over his head. So the man that was abusing her teenage kids, my mother loved. Isn't that sick? I think that shows my mother's mental state, that she's very happy to watch Amanda and myself be abused, whether it's physical, mental, sexual. My mother's extremely happy that this happens to Amanda and myself. My mother, Carol Ann Purdy, put that man who my sister's petrified of, who abused me, her brother, Stephen Babbage abused me. Okay? My mother put him up in the last 11 years. Oh, he abused me. I had welts on my back and everything. He's the man that abused me. We'll talk about abuse. Stephen Babbage abused me. Arrest him. My own twin sister's statement. He abused me. There was a chef that witnessed it, and the chef's girlfriend witnessed it. I know the chef's girlfriend's sister sung in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. It was witnessed. the abuse was witnessed. I was a teenager, and a man over like almost 10 years, my senior, abused me. And my mother loves anybody who abuses myself or my twin sister Amanda, because in her sick, twisted mind, it's getting back at my father. The more abuse towards Amanda and myself, the more she's like, I've got it into the twins' father. She's sick in the head, who she should be locked in a mental institution. She should be locked up. That's sick. Oh, I'm going to make sure this comes out. She abused us. It's her sick behaviour of getting back at my dad, Mark Fleming. And my dad sits there and it's like, you are such an... Dad's never done anything wrong, but he's never done anything right either. Because he has the means to help us. But he puts us in harm's way by letting us be with our mother. I mean, I could be living at Empire Bay right now paying Dad rent for the flat of the main house at 47 Hillcrest Road, Empire Bay. I'm not, because Dad won't allow it. Not for anything that I am, but because of his own greed, his own nature, his own behaviour of being greedy. Wants those 5 bedrooms to himself. So he hasn't done anything wrong, but he hasn't done anything right either. So you're our father, and your twins have been abused their entire life. And who's the worst, the abuser or the person that sits back and knows that, well, your twins are getting abused, Mark Fleming? What are you doing about it? Like, these are your twins. These are your children. Your children have been getting abused since you walked out on their mother. Since you left that household, they have been getting constant abuse since they were 7 years of age. What did you do about it? You didn't do anything. You knew about the abuse. Okay? Don't say you didn't know how extensive the abuse was. I'm 47 now. 40 years have gone past. And after the last 11 years, I'm telling you, people, groups and organisations, you've got yourself involved. You mental health workers have got yourself involved in negligence. And I want to see you jailed for it. You want to talk about my gold necklaces? That's me under the Bay Bridge. By the way, Baxter Tudor. That's myself and my twin sister Amanda in San Francisco in February 2001. Look at all my jewellery. Look at my designer label. That's me, you dumb cunts. I had people say, oh, that's Mark Henner. What the fuck? So what, now I look like Mark Henner, do I? I didn't know Mark Henner before April 2002, and I had nothing to do with him since 2003. That's me in 2001. That's Amanda and myself. So I put these photos up, and people are like, oh, they're making all these stories up again. I'm like, that's myself. If I look Lebanese, it's because of Dad's side. That's Amanda and myself under the Bay Bridge. You guys want to keep it going? Because I'm not backing down. I want to see you people arrested. And I want to see state government workers and organisations held accountable. State government should be held accountable for actually letting my mother still have full... Well, she had shared custody, didn't she? Of Amanda and myself. Well, how come you let that happen? Because as soon as she got with Mark Rackley, we should have been taken off our mother and given to our father. By the way, yeah, I did keep everything, including my boarding pass, when I was going to the States. Okay, so I can back up. And America suits Amanda and myself a lot. Except this time they wanted to make it about some weed. It's like, well, it wasn't like that before. America was actually always good to Amanda and myself in the past. We never had any issues. No, Baxter. Okay. No, and it's hot. And I've got... Yes. What? It's because he's off camera and I'm talking to camera. Anyway, let me pause it for a sec. It's hot. Go get a drink of water. I'm going to pause this for a sec, check on my dog, and come back. But what I want to show you is, for an example, I'm wearing my crucifix here. Okay, this is me in Hollywood and Amanda. That is January 2001. That's me. These were either Dr. Gabbana or Versace shirts. I think that blue there, I think that's Versace. Because I always wore expensive designer labels, which now I'm getting older, I don't care. When I was younger, I used to wear some fabulous clothing. Had the money to do so. So there we go. Look, it's all here. So all the photos that I put up on social media, I'm not going to go through everything. I can't be bothered. Just when I'm telling you, like the one here, taken in Palm Springs, okay, myself, Amanda, Yvette, okay. Amanda can look for her own photos. What we've got here, because I didn't want to make this half an hour and it's almost 40 minutes. So I can back up every statement, okay, which debugs all of your bullshit, okay, in the last 11 years. So every photo of me debunks your bullshit of the last 11 years. Because what you've said doesn't even match a photograph. And if you look very closely of myself and my twin sister there at Hoover Dam, I've actually got, you'll see my fingers covered in big expensive gold jewelry. So everything that you guys said, it matches your opinion, your theory, but it doesn't match facts. And there's the facts. This is all about your opinion. It's all about your belief, your theory. For example, myself and my twin sister at Aladdin Casino. Okay, you can see this is all on social media already. Okay? That's how I looked. And when you're doing descriptions of a person that doesn't even match how I looked in 2001, you have a completely different person attached to me. That's me. The photos are there on social media. The proof is there. And then you want to say, oh, what, Justin's bisexual. Justin's using drugs. He's high. No, I'm not. You've just literally continued a scam going for 11 years. So the more that you speak for me, the more I don't care. If you're a friend, if you're a family member, the more that you open your mouth up about me, I can speak for myself and bring supporting documents. The more you open your mouth, the more I'm coming after you. We're no longer friends. Okay, you don't open your mouth up, okay? I speak for myself. If I need you to speak about an event that you were witness to, I'll ask you. I'll ask you. Okay? But you would not open your mouth up and give your opinion, your theory, your projection on who you think I am to any person, group, and organization. And you would not. And that is breaking the privacy laws that carries a jail sentence. I will come after you like you've always been my biggest enemy if you disrespect me like that. That's myself and my twin sister in San Francisco. So you want to be on my revenge list? Be my guest. Because anyone that opens their mouth up like that is on my revenge list. Okay, you don't speak for me. I speak for me. You don't open your goddamn fucking mouth up where I'm concerned. I can identify me in a photo like this one here, taken in Alcatraz. Okay? When a man and I went to Alcatraz. Okay? And idiots are like, isn't that Shane? No, that's me. Myself and Amanda in Alcatraz. Or photos like these ones here. Okay? At the Fairmont Hotel. Always been stylish. Okay, I haven't changed. There is that much facts, proof, and evidence. There I am in America, because America, I became an expatriate of Australia because Australia is a disgusting piece of shit, low-life country that I can't respect or support. After 47 years of Australia's behaviour towards me, causing me damage, I don't respect Australia. Okay, don't care. I will stand in front of a magistrate and say, I don't give a shit. I don't respect your country. Your country owes me damages. Compensation for what you've done. I do respect America. If there was a war against Australia and America, I will be on America's side. Don't care that I don't have a green card or permanent resident, but I respect America over Australia because I never had any issues with America. I had issues with Australia. And then Australia causing issues in America. There is me, right there. This is in San Francisco. These were like-minded people to Amanda and myself because we were always brought up around wealthy people. You see, when I hear other people say they're going on traveling overseas and they're doing camping and so forth, we're like, oh no. Amanda and myself, we went with like-minded people. Look how the age difference. All these people were rich business people. They own companies, they own businesses. They were rich business people and we stayed at 5-star hotels. Because who is Amanda and myself? These people. So I've seen people that my peers and they're going traveling over here to Europe and they're doing all the I guess their age group stuff. I'm like, oh, that's not me. Like clubbing, night clubbing, that's not me. What did you do at 21? Oh, was going around art galleries and historical things and going out at restaurants and lounges. And some of our closest friends that we made on while we were traveling around America were in their 60s. Because Amanda and myself have been brought up around older people. We were brought up, our entire social circle was older people. So I don't connect with this younger bullshit. I connect with the older people. And this shows it, because this is my travel companions around the US. They're all extremely wealthy people from around the world. And we had a ball because they were like-minded to Amanda and myself. They were like-minded to Amanda and myself's upbringing before my mother's destroying of our lifestyle and started behaving like Robin Childs when she got with Mark Rackley. Okay. And here is Amanda and myself with one of our friends who is Islamic. So you made up stories that Justin's Islamophobic. I'm not. He was one of our closest friends when we were traveling around. Adored him. He loved Amanda. He was the most beautiful Muslim man you were ever going to meet in your entire life. And he told us what it was like every single time there was wars in the Middle East and he's living in America. And we felt so sorry for him, what he went through and what the US government put him through when he moved there. And he was the most beautiful Islamic man that you would ever meet in your entire life. Amanda and myself were instantly drawn to him and spent a lot of the time hanging around this man. He was a tour guide. We actually spent a lot of our time hanging around him. And his wife, and do you remember the photo? His wife was, remember we stopped off at one place and we're like, why are we here? There's nothing here. And then we caught him at a restaurant, catching up with his family, his wife. It was like, oh, that was so sweet. And then some people were like, oh, but that's wasting our time. It was like, but it was so sweet. Like the way he was sneaking off with his wife. It was so cute. His wife, of course, is American. And big like he rebelled. He rebelled Islam, this man. So he rebelled Islam so much that he's showed us, Amanda, do you remember? He showed us a photo of his wife where he refused to let his wife dress in anything modest. She had like those come fuck me shoes, like stockings, mini skirt, like she was showing cleavage and ass because he had been so suppressed with Islam that he refused to live in America under anything Islamic. And his wife, I remember he was showing everyone photos and we're like, oh my God, like is she a porno star? Is she a stripper? And it was because he refused to actually have any of the Islamic torture that he had in his upbringing in America. He refused to. So he never brought Islam to the US, basically. He was a very... I'm going to pause this, my dog wants me. Okay, so there's the facts. Yeah, and this guy, like what Australian... God, Bugsy destroyed my freaking bed. What Australian Islam should be... You come to Australia. Leave Islam behind like the Islams that come to America. You know, like... I can't believe the change of it now. But this guy was so happy to leave Islam behind. And his wife was definitely not covered up. Not Islamic. Oh, God, no. No, she showed every bit of skin. And he was not having it. He moved to America for a better life. He wanted the American lifestyle. And, boy, I'm trying to find another one where there's him and the bus driver. Oh, here. Stuck down. Oh, he was hilarious. Oh God, I remember when we were down near the Mexican border and Amanda and I were late. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, he left Islam behind for a better life in America. And did he leave it behind? Which is exactly what Islam in Australia should be doing. Oh, he left it behind and he told us the reason why. Okay, he was so grateful that he could be in America, and it was hard. It was hard because every time there was a war in the Middle East, it was like looking at him going, okay. But he wanted nothing to do with the culture that he was raised in, for the simple reason behind the fact of what Islam stands for. And his wife definitely was not in any way Islamic. Those short skirts and cleavage out everywhere, I mean, he really went the whole American 80s way. But he was lovely. So, Yeah, and that's Amanda and myself there at is it not Mandalay Bay? I keep calling it's not Man. It's a beach, Mandalay. Anyway, so there. I've still got these shoes, by the way. You can walk down here, Bags. I'm not carrying you. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say that my mother, with her little bullshit attention-seeking Facebook posts, I don't know what my son's going to do. He's had brain damage and his partner's bankrupt. Attention-seeking. Did you not see this? Okay. She's done it again in the last 11 years. You're going to make her held accountable? See, my ex-partner, Giovanni Consalvo, was supposed to speak to Belinda Jeffries, tell Belinda Jeffries all about my mother, and ask Belinda Jeffries to get us to meet up with Ush. We need to speak to your criminal friends to help us with Justin's family, meaning his mother. Now, in 2017, because Nan was dying, I did ask him, like, Giovanni, you've got to... I said, my hairdresser, I said, I've been telling you about, I've witnessed all her criminal behaviour since 2013. I said, she has got some heavy criminals, like that Russian guy. I said, we need them. You know what Mum's like? Look what she's put across social media, all her lies. Look at when she goes, she reckons she come home from the pub and some guy called Rizzo or something said, I don't know who's better for a blowjob, Justin or his sister, like shit like this. And then where there's arguments because Mum's making up stories again, and Christy goes, that's not true. That never happened. Your mum's just lying again, Justin. I asked Rizzo. Your mum's just making lies up across social media. You know what your mum's like. She's always lying. She's a compulsive liar. So as soon as we knew that Nan, as soon as Nan had the stroke, basically, I literally thought, I could not believe my luck meeting Belinda Jeffries with all her criminal friends. And in 2017, I said, Gio, you know what Nan told you? I don't want it to come from me. You tell Belinda Jeffries exactly what Nan told you. Okay, I don't want to see the message. I don't want to know it. Send Belinda Jeffries a message regarding my mother. And we need her friends. We need her friends to be on our side. We need our mother. We need Carol spoke to before this. We know what's going to happen. Now, I told Giovanni to do that. And I made sure I said to him, make sure you put it in your own words. And that's because we all knew that my mum was going to do this. Everyone did. If you know her, you knew it. So as soon as Nan was, this, you could honestly started in August 2013, but as soon as she kept going, you saw over social media, everyone saw it. You know what she's like. Okay? She's disgusting. You know what Carol's like. So I said to Giovanni, I said, you're going to have to tell Belinda what you know. Don't give her a statement from me. You're going to have to tell her what Nan told you about my mother, and then you have to ask her to line up a meeting with you and myself and her cocaine trafficker, Ush. Because someone needs to speak with our mother before this gets out of hand. My mother. You know it's time. So, I will say that. Because I never said anything about hurting her or harming her. I said speak with her. She needs a good talking to about her lies and her behaviour.